It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Ravens and the Fins on EA Sports.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A play fake for Gaskin. Now Tua. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down and 4. Tua, he'll get this out wide to Gaskin. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. How about to start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. That his first incompletion after a 4 for 4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. And that sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down, that lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. There's plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner. Except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Come on, fellas.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. To throw is Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the 27, Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over-pursuing, and making a very nice play.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Here's Tua. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
All right, let's put the check mark on the defensive side of the ledger there. Really nice tackle by the man in the middle. But why was he able to get that done? Because he has 4 down linemen in front of him, 2 tackles, 2 ends. And what they often try to do is create what we call a funnel. Right to the man in the middle linebacker, who often leads his team in tackles.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Jackson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. Well, what a break here. Turnover late in this first half, and now they're set up in field goal range already.
With a chance to get more. So what you're telling your unit as they go out onto the field is very simply this. We've got 3 in our hip pocket. Don't jeopardize that. Let's attack and go for the big one here. Let's go get 6 and give ourselves a chance to really feel good going into the half.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return is Duvernay. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Ravens. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. On the return is Duvernay. And he returns this to the 22. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jackson, option right. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Well, hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense back out on the field.
And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play is supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Looking to pass. Tua. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On play action, here's Tua. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Couple of first downs plays right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Tua going to throw. He'll find Parker again. Complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And this one complete to Will Fuller.
Good one, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Tua now on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. And throw right side complete to Parker. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll run now with Gaskin, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. He will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their 1st touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone, we're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Jackson now. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the option right is Jackson.
Once more the juke. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. On 1st down, Dolphins, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
They run the option on 2nd down.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 2nd down, a run with Dolphins. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Another run here with Dolphins.
And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.